Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Loui Answers Your Questions. For a change, it's raining. And this video we're going to answer questions to this video. Okay, let's get to it because I got some stuff to do today, so let's have some coffee and answer a couple questions. It's not as hot as anymore. All right. So, first question, randomly, from Ray Zincola, says, I used to have a cabin on the peninsula. That wood you found is not firewood. It's what we call sizzle wood. Lots of smoke, no heat. Well, Ray, that wood I found is called free wood. That's what I call it, because I'm not going to be carrying wood around with me. I don't like to go buy it, only when I have to. And there's so much wood there that you burn what you get. You know, beggars can't be choosers, and I'm not going to be buying wood to carry it with me into the woods where there's tons of wood that I can burn. It still makes a fire, and the reason it's smoky is because it's wet. And being sizzled wood or whatever. I mean, it's what we have. It's free, and beggars, like I said, beggars can't be choosers. You got to take what you get. And if the wood wasn't as wet, or if I had more time, I could cook on them, on that wood with no problem. Yeah, it might be smoky, but it is what it is, as long as it creates heat, you can cook on it, and if it's cold, you can warm yourself with it. So you might be a little bit smoky, but at least you can cook for free with it. So it is what it is. Next question. Gina C. says, send some of that rain down to drought-stricken Southern California, please. Have a great time, you two. Well, Gina, like I said in a comment before, here's the thing. It's not like Southern California is experiencing a huge drought. Southern California is dry. It's desert. So the problem is not that Southern California is dry and is experiencing a drought. The problem is manifold. The problem is that, for one, people move into places, over the centuries, people have settled in places like, as an example, Las Vegas, a big city in the middle of the desert. Very little rain there. All the water that goes there goes, channels and rivers. So when there's not enough rain or snow in the mountains that melts and flows down, then there's droughts, because not only because it might be a year with less rain, but also because people have moved where there's very little rain. And also politics. I'm sure there's a lot of politics involved, where water is diverted and stuff like that, and a lot of water is wasted. But personally I think it's, people have settled. I keep saying the same thing, but It is the truth. People have settled where rains little. I mean, you don't have that problem in Washington with droughts. And people could move here and there's no problem with drought because there's a lot of water. It's always raining. Not the whole Washington state, but you know, come settle in the Olympic Peninsula on the eastern side. You're gonna have plenty of water all the time. I'm not minimizing anything. I'm just saying. You know. All right, next question. Debbie Parker. Take the sprayer off the little bottle and put it on the big bottle. Simple fix. Okay. I still have vinegar on this bottle. Okay. So we take that one. Where's my little one? I have not. Where's my little one? I still haven't. I just been pouring and onto the paper towel. There you go. There's the problem. The problem is it won't fit. And even if it did, it could be a problem, you know. And the thing doesn't fit because it's a different size. So yeah, there you go. That's why I'll just put. Eventually, I'll probably just put some vinegar in here, and I'll just use this one. So. There you go. So that's why. That's why. I can't read that. Womar JB. Looks like there's an I in there, but there's no I in there. Womar JB. Great video as always, sir. You don't have to call me sir. What's your ratio of water to vinegar, and is that white vinegar? How does your concoction do for your dishes? Really good or good enough? All right, this is the last question. As I answered before in the comments, I use straight up vinegar. I don't mix it with water whatsoever. Just straight up vinegar. You don't try to be saving money by mixing it. I just use straight up vinegar, and it cleans everything. Vinegar cleans and disinfects, and it leaves no residue whatsoever. There's no smelly residue on the dishes, and or even on people. Ask my son. I poured almost 1.5 gallons, you know, on top of his head, and of course all over his body, and there was no smelly vinegary residue afterwards. Later on, you know, he changed clothes and everything, but there was no smelly residue on him. So and on dishes too, there's not anything on the dishes. So and I've been using vinegar the whole time I've been in the van, and I used to use vinegar even in the house. So that's how I use the vinegar, because I already used it before. So I like it. Vinegar, it's so much simpler than trying to use soap. You live in a van and you're going to use soap. then you're going to need water to mix the soap with, and then you're going to do your dishes, and then you're going to use more water to rinse all that soapy residue. And if you don't use enough water, then you're going to have a soap residue, and that leaves a bad taste, and it stays there, it doesn't go away. But with the vinegar, I just wipe off any excess, and then just spray vinegar on, usually on a paper towel, and clean everything and dry it, and it's done. You don't need any water. You don't need to mix water in the vinegar, but you don't need any water to rinse the dishes or anything. So you're done. It's like, why use soap when you can just use vinegar? Why use, it's just a matter of practicality. If you're camped somewhere and you have a limited amount of water and there's no water around you, then you don't want to be wasting your water, So if you have a lake or a river around you, okay, so you have more water, you can go get water, and maybe you can use dish detergent, whatever. I wouldn't use it. I don't even carry it with me. I don't even have it. So yeah, vinegar is perfect. So try vinegar. There's no harm in trying it. Get a little bottle, get a whatever, just vinegar from the container. Get a little container of vinegar, just pour it on a paper towel, and then try it on your dishes, and then give it a few minutes or an hour or whatever, and then come back, smell it. There's no smelly residue. There's no taste. Lick it. See if there's any taste of vinegar. There's none. So that's all I got to say to that, folks. And until next time, I'll see you around. It's not hot anymore.